A pleasant day, STEM learners. This is Sir Peter, your virtual basic calculus teacher. So we are now on our second topic because we're done with lesson 3.1 already. And our lesson 3.2 is integration by substitution until we reach lesson 3.7. So we are now on this part of the discussion in which you will learn integration by substitution. So for the objectives of the study, the learner should be able to compute the antiderivative of the function using substitution rule. So I think you are familiar already in algebra that when we substitute something, we simply replace the value by it. But in this case, this is like the chain rule of differentiation. So if you have a chain rule in differentiation, we also have a chain in integration. So it seems like that. So what is integration by substitution? So this process or method is used when an integral contains some functions and its derivative. So this is quite confusing because the process is integration, but it involves the derivative of a given function. So if there is a given integral of f with a composite function of g of x, then you have to get the derivative of that second function, dx. The g of x, or the second function, is represented by the letter u, while the derivative of that function is du, or the derivative of the u function. In short, this is how you perform. We are not integrating in terms of x, instead is du. So the u function is actually the second function. So to better understand integration by substitution, let's have the following examples. Let's have the first one. So if you are given such function, such as the integral of x squared plus 1 cubed, 2x dx, observe that there is a function under this exponent. Okay? So whenever you encounter problems like that, and there is another function after, these are usually solvable using integration by substitution. So we will let this value, the one with the exponent, as the u function. So we let u as your x squared plus 1. And then this is quite confusing because we are integrating, but we will get the derivative of the function of u implicitly. So the derivative of u is du, right? And then the derivative of x squared is 2x dx. Of course, the derivative of 1, which is a constant, is 0. So there's no need to rewrite that one. So that's the answer. It's du is equal to 2x dx. Okay? Observe this one. Aren't they similar? So we can actually replace this one as your du. What about here? We can make this one as our u, but since we have a cube, then that is a cube. Okay? So we will have now the integral of u cubed du. Notice that when we substituted the value of x with respect to u, all of the function now is integrable with respect to the variable u. So our variable of integration is with respect to u. So we will apply now the power rule of integration. So what is 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1? So that becomes a u to the 4th over 4. And then we will apply the power rule of integration. So what is 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1? So that becomes a u to the 4th over 4. And then 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 becomes a u to the 4th over 4. And then 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 becomes a u to the 4th over 4. And then we replace now the u function as x squared plus 4. So from u, we will return to the x value. So that becomes the quantity x squared plus 1 to the fourth power over 4 plus c. So do not forget that after your u substitution, when you return it into the equivalent x value, your constant of integration plus c should appear already. Any question about number 1? Let's proceed now to the second example. What if you have the integral of the square root of 4x cubed plus 2, 6x squared dx? So notice that this is our initial function. And then we can make this function as an exponential. So it becomes the integral of the quantity 4x cubed plus 2. So we can rewrite the square root as 1 half dx. Now we can assign now, since we have an exponent already, an exponential form, we can assign u as our 4x cubed plus 2. Then we get the derivative of u implicitly. So we will have du is the derivative of 4x cubed is 12x squared dx, and the derivative of 2 is 0. Notice that x squared dx are the same, but 6 and 12 are not the same. So we have to do something to make them similar. So the only way is to multiply both sides of our implicit differential by 1 half. So that 1 half times du will be 1 half du. And 1 half of 12 is 6x squared dx. So that becomes 1 half du equals 6x squared dx. Notice that we can now replace this one by 1 half du. And we can replace this one as u raised to 1 half. But remember that since we have a 1 half du, this 1 half is what you call an integrating factor. So this integrating factor must be put in front of the integral sign so that we can rewrite it as 1 half integral of u raised to 1 half du. This time, we can apply now the power rule by adding 1 to 1 half, and then over 1 half plus 1. So that becomes the coefficient 1 half, u raised to 1 half plus 1 over 1 half plus 1. And what is 1 half plus 2 over 2? Isn't it 3 halves? So we can now rewrite it as 1 half u raised to 3 halves over 3 halves. But we have to perform KFR, keep flip reciprocal. We get the reciprocal of 3 halves, and that is 2/3. And then we cancel 2 and 2, so we'll have 1/3. Or u raised to 3 halves over 3. So that is actually 1/3, no? But we do not write 1 as a coefficient. Afterwards, we can now replace u with 4x cubed plus 2. So we will return now to the x value. Remember that turning u from the x value, your constant of integration must appear already. And this one is raised to 3 halves. Remember that we can still rewrite this one into its equivalent radical form. So the square root of the quantity 4x cubed plus 2 cubed over. So that there is a perfect square inside this radical sign. So we can have square root of 4x cubed plus 2 squared times 4x cubed plus 2 over 3. Then, this perfect square will be answered, and that will be 4x cubed plus 2, the square root of the remaining non-perfect square, which is square root of 4x cubed plus 2 over 3 plus c. So this is now the final answer. Okay? I hope you understand. Let's proceed to item number 3. We have the integral of the cube root of 9x squared minus 7 times 3x dx. Obviously, we should rewrite it as the integral of the quantity 9x squared minus 7 raised to 1/3, 3x dx. Then we can now perform our u substitution. So we will let u as your 9x squared minus 7. We get the derivative of u implicitly and derivative of with respect to x. So that's du. The derivative of 9x squared is 18x. Then do not forget to write dx. Again, notice that 3x dx is somehow similar to 18x dx, but we have to do something so that the numerical values will be the same. So we have to think of an integrating factor. So the integrating factor should be 1 over 6 on both sides. So we'll have 1 over 6, and then 18 times 1 over 6 is 3x dx. So notice that this is your 1. We can replace this one as 1 over 6 du. And then this could be rewritten as u raised to 1/3. We will put 1 over 6 in front. So that becomes 1 over 6 integral of u raised to 1/3 du. So that is how you answer that one. Okay? Then from that, we can apply now plus 1. So that's a 1 over 1/3 plus 1. And then what is 1/3 plus 3 over 3? For 1? 1/3 plus 3 over 3 is 4 over 3. So you will have an answer which is 1 over 6 times u raised to 4/3 over 4/3. So that's just very easy. And we apply KFR, which is keep 4/3 is 3 over 4. So that becomes 1 over 6 times u raised to 4/3 times 3 over 4. Observe this one. I can cancel 3 and 6. So that becomes 1 and 2. And multiplying 1 times 1, then 2 times 4. So that's 1 over 8. So the answer is u raised to 4/3 over 8. Then we will rewrite now the u function. We will return it back into its x function, which is the quantity 9x squared minus 7 raised to 4/3 over 8 plus c. So notice that our plus c already appeared when you return it to the x value. Then we can rewrite this one as a radical. That becomes the cube root. Remember that the denominator is 3. That's why our root is a cube root of the quantity 9x squared minus 7 to the 4th over 8. Notice that this one still has a perfect cube. Okay, so what will remain is the quantity 9x squared minus 7, the cube root of 9x squared minus 7 over 8 plus c. And this is now the final answer. Now let us proceed to item number 4, the integral of 2x over the quantity 5x squared plus 3 raised to negative 6 dx. So what we'll do here is we put the denominator in the numerator so that your negative 6 becomes positive 6. So we will have the integral of 5x squared plus 3 raised to the 6th power 2x dx. Next is we can now let u as 5x squared plus 3, and the derivative of u is 10x dx. Again, notice that we should make this one similar. So what will be our integrating factor? Correct. We will multiply 1/5 both sides. And then 10 times 1 over 5 is 2x dx, which is what we need for substitution. So this becomes your 1/5 du. And this will be your integral of u to the 6th power. But what are we going to do with the integrating factor? It will be written first. Then we'll have u raised to the 6 du. So that is how it works, okay? Like that. And then we add 6 plus 1 over 6 plus 1. So that becomes 7. So we'll have 1 over 5 times u raised to 7 over 7. We simply multiply 5 times 7. This one. Multiply this one. So we'll have u raised to 7 is equal to 35. And then next, substitute now our u, so that will be the quantity 5x squared plus 3 raised to 7 over 35 plus. And that is already the final answer. Any question? Let's have item number 5. So what if you have the integral of 7 over the quantity 3x minus 2 raised to the 8th power dx? So again, we could rewrite it as the integral of the quantity 3x minus 2 raised to negative 8 times 7 dx. When we let u as 3x minus 2, our du is 3 dx. Then we have to think of a factor or an integrating factor that when you multiply both sides, you'll get 7 dx. So this is quite difficult because when you multiply by 1/3, this will be cancelled. So we have to think, how does it become 7? So therefore, you have to multiply by 7. So what do you think? Correct. We'll multiply 7 over 3, both sides. So that when you cancel, what will remain is a 7 dx. Okay? So we'll have 7 over 3 du is equal to 7 dx. Then we can replace now 7 dx by substitution as 7 over 3 du. Then this is the integral of u raised to negative 8. Okay? So that is how we write it. Next, we add 1 to negative 8. So that becomes negative 8 plus 1 over negative 8 plus 1. So that becomes negative 7. So 7 over 3 times u raised to negative 7 over negative 7. Obviously, we can cancel 7 and 7. So what will remain is a negative 1/3. But we will put u raised to negative 7 in the denominator. So that becomes u raised to negative 7 over negative 3, or the entire fraction will get the negative sign. So that's negative 1 over 3 u raised to 7. And we can now replace u by 3x minus 2. So that becomes negative 1 over 3 sa quantity 3x minus 2 raised to the 7th power plus c. Never distribute 3, okay? Because you have an operation which is a 7th power. Some students might think that you can still simplify that one by distributive. No, this is already the final answer. There's no need to overdo everything. Okay? Because you have to expand first this binomial raised to 7 or 7 times by itself, you have to multiply it. Then before you distribute. So this is already the final answer. So it will be difficult for you to simplify further. Now let's have the last example. Let's have the integral of 6x squared minus 4x plus 2 raised to 4 times 6x minus 2 dx. So what we have here is, of course, right away we have the u function, which is 6x squared minus 4x plus 2. We get the derivative, that's 12x minus 4 dx. Observe, are they related? So what should be the integrating factor so that we can obtain 6x minus 2 dx? Correct. We will multiply 1/2 on both sides. So your integrating factor will be 1/2 du is equal to this expression. So this is your 1/2 du, and then this is your u to the 4th. Okay? Then we will put 1/2 in front so that it becomes 1/2 integral of u to the 4th du. Next, simply add 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1, so that becomes 1/2 times u raised to 5 over 5. And the simplified form is u raised to 5 over 10. Notice that we can do something about this one by replacing again the u function with the x, this entire expression. So that becomes quantity 6x squared minus 4x plus 2 raised to the 5th power over 10 plus c. And this is already the final answer. So I hope that these 6 examples are already enough for you to answer our U substitution. So this is already the end of my topic. See you for your next lesson. Again, this is Sir Peter, your basic calculus teacher.